Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and today we are in Tremont in downtown Cleveland, and we are here today with Stephanie Spear, founder and executive director of EcoWatch. Thanks for meeting with us today, Stephanie.
Thanks, Thomas. Always a pleasure.
You have done such a great job here servicing not only the Cleveland area, but really statewide, right, with EcoWatch Ohio?
Right, yeah. For the last 5 years, we've been servicing Ohio through EcoWatchOhio.org as well as EcoWatch Journal. We print 80,000 copies and distribute them across the state. We have a readership of over 100,000 per issue.
So you guys have really focused in on the environmental movement and the issues around that, and you've just seen tremendous growth, haven't you?
Yeah, you know, we knew we couldn't rest our laurels on publishing a newspaper every other month. We knew we had to have a bigger presence online.
Right.
Digital news media services are really big, and a lot of people are using their mobile device and their tablets to get their daily news.
Right.
So we were really excited to come up with a formula and actually build off the model we've created in Ohio to go national. So EcoWatch, we're going national.
So this is a pretty big step for you. It's a digital, so it'll be EcoWatch.org.
Correct.
And it'll be sort of an online news service, really, for all these kind of news stories in the environmental area that you will sort of aggregate, and I love the word you use, which is curate, which is the same word that we use, actually.
Yeah, our formula is aggregate plus curate plus educate plus motivate will
Beautiful.
create the change that we want to see.
Nice.
Our site's a combination between providing aggregated content plus original content. We are super fortunate. We're partnering with Waterkeeper Alliance on this project. We're partners, and in addition to aggregating news from more than 700 grassroots environmental organizations, we're also going to have original content provided by insightful writers, including our advisory board, and we have a wealth of wonderful national leaders on our advisory board.
You know, I would think that this is a really good time. You must have seen tremendous growth in the interest in what you're doing, in readership, in advertising, all that stuff, just running up to your doorstep, I would assume, over the past few years, right?
Yeah, my feeling is every day more people become conscious of their impact on the earth. They realize that how we treat the environment impacts our own health. It's all related, it's all connected. You see more people bringing cloth bags to the grocery store, you see people wanting local produce, people understand that maybe they shouldn't be spraying pesticides in between the cracks of their sidewalks, because if they poison the earth, they're probably poisoning themselves. So yeah, you have a lot more awareness going on. Plus the grassroots environmental movement, which actually the Cuyahoga River gave birth to the grassroots environmental movement in the U.S., is really hit a maturity level. We're really ready to unite the voice of the grassroots movement so we can impact policy. We really need to strengthen the historic environmental laws like the Clean Water Act, Clean Air Act, Endangered Species Act. And then we also have to create some new ones like an energy bill. We're a country that our entire economy relies on a non-renewable fossil fuel.
Right.
And we don't even have an energy policy in our country. So there's a great need for these organizations to come together. And we're at the point where I really think we can make a lot of progress.
So you guys are going to talk about the Cuyahoga River. You're using this anniversary, which will be, what, the 39th anniversary of the burning of the Cuyahoga, to do your grand opening, your announcement of your national effort.
Yeah, so October 18th is the 39th anniversary of the Clean Water Act.
Wow.
We have decided just 10 days after that, October 27th, we are going to launch our national website that morning. And then at 2:30 that afternoon, we're going to have an event down at Rivergate Park, right along the Cuyahoga River, and do a national media event. We're super excited. We have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as our keynote speaker, and we have other dignitaries coming in. Mayor Jackson will be speaking. We'll have representatives from the Cleveland Foundation and Gun Foundation give brief remarks. And we're not only celebrating the launch of EcoWatch.org, we're also celebrating the launch of public access to our riverway, the importance of historic environmental policies like the Clean Water Act, and also just Cleveland's commitment to sustainability, as well as the collaborative nature that it takes to do projects like Rivergate Park. We're excited to have our event at the land of the home of the Cleveland Rowing Foundation.
Right.
Engaging with Trust for Public Lands, who is a big partner, as well as the foundations and all the people that have to come together to create successful projects in our city that help build community.
There's a sustainability summit here in Cleveland that's happening, and you just see more and more of these efforts. Does it make you feel great that everyone is finally getting on board with the messages that you've been putting out there? I mean, it really seems like we're hitting a critical mass now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I definitely see it as a tipping point. I've been working in the environmental movement for 23 years, and it's just a very super exciting time. Though at the same time, why I also think this site is so critical is we're finding in Washington, D.C. a lot of rollbacks on these really important policies that protect human health. One, for example, is the ozone standards with the Clean Air Act. Just recently, Obama told the U.S. EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, to hold off on strengthening ozone standards. Well, that's going to have a huge impact on the amount of asthma attacks, hospital visits, a major impact not only on human health, but I also think the economy.
Right.
If we can just implement these strong air policies and air standards, we're going to help people breathe better. And I really think it'll be a boost to the economy, not something that will hurt it.
Well, there is this sort of backlash in some corners, obviously. The Tea Party movement, there's a lot of sort of pushback on what are the economic effects here, and is this going to affect jobs, etc. So it seems like we're in a kind of a confused state almost, because you would assume that after all this time and all these studies and all the scientists that have looked at this, that, we'd all be on the same page. But they still need your information, don't they? They still need the news and the facts that you are turning out week after week and month after month.
Yeah, absolutely. When I started 23 years ago, it was jobs versus the environment.
Right.
And now it's a need for a cleaner environment creating jobs. And 2 years ago, we were there. We were starting to implement policies for renewable energy that was creating great jobs in our nation, in our region, our city. But yeah, the politics have changed, and we have to yet again rework some of this and explain that no, having a cleaner environment will create jobs. There's great economic drivers. One other thing we're celebrating on October 27th is the economic driver our waterway can bring to our city.
Right.
If we can get people recreating out on the river, they're going to see what a great resource it is, and they're going to want to protect it. So economic driver is a big one for sure.
Well, Stephanie, you are doing your part, more than your part. Congratulations on your success. Congratulations on your growth. And this is another good example of a great idea here in Cleveland, going national, taking over the world. We love that. We wish you the best. Good luck with your event, and we're going to continue to stay in touch.
Great. Thanks so much. Yeah, I hope people can join us October 27th, not only for the National Press event at 2:30 at Rivergate Park, but we're going to continue the celebration over at Windows on the River. We have a 6 o'clock VIP reception with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and then we have a dinner celebration following that from 7 to 9. So that's at Windows on the River, again, right on the historic Cuyahoga River.
Right.
It's going to be a great celebration. I hope you can join us.
Well, we'll be there, and it couldn't be better. Everyone has to understand that this river of ours, it defines Cleveland, defines who we are. But not only that, it defines the environmental movement because of when it happened and what that river fire ignited, which was the entire environmental movement. And it's so great of you to bring us right back down there and bring us up to date and say, you know what, that was then, this is now, and it's a different world. And you're right there with it.
Yeah, we're excited about it. Thanks so much, Thomas.
Congratulations. Thanks, Stephanie. Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com. Have a great week in Cool Cleveland. Cleveland.com. Have that. Cleveland.com. Have. Thanks, Stephanie.
Much, yeah.
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 Thanks, Doug.
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 Much, yeah.
Have one dot. That have one dot.
Much, yeah.
Thanks, Doug.
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 Much, yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Cleveland. 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 Have a great week.
IP River.
Have a great week.
IP River.
Have a great week.
IP River.
Have a great week. Cleveland.com. Have that. Cleveland.com. Have Cleveland.
And
Right. Cleveland.
and
Right. Cleveland. Have a great week.
River. IP
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 Have a great week.
River.
Cleveland.
And
Right. Cleveland. Thanks, Doug.
much, yeah.
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 Thanks, Doug.